Today we are going to have a meeting, and first of all, I will like to share our housekeeping rules. Before meeting suggestion, we encourage you to check internet connection, camera, microphone, and adjust your device compared to your body height, so your face and upper body can be seen clearly. Second, please keep in mind we are in provisional environment, so we want to present ourselves good, dress well, sit upright. Third, if we have dinner prepared, we can eat it during break time. Please be informed that our break will be only 5 minutes. During meeting rule, please mute or turn off your microphone unless you are speaking to minimize distraction and appreciate people who are speaking. Second, please turn on your camera. We want to see your smile, and you welcome to show gesture. Thumb up if it's good. Shake your head if it for no, and clapping if you enjoy it. Try to stand up and look at your camera when delivering speech. Remember to look for timer. During meeting suggestion, call out the name of the person you are referring before you start talking. And you can switching between gallery and speaker view to see people. So before I start, I will call our acting president, Mr. Putra Aji.
Okay, hello everyone. Welcome to Magical Bali Toastmasters. Glad to see that everybody from countries are here tonight. Yay. So good night, good evening, good very morning, I guess, from those who are joining from America. You guys are such a dedication. So yeah, I just would like to acknowledge some of you guys who have come all the way here to Bali together with us again. And Alicia, welcome again from Australia as the District 70 administration manager. So welcome again, and thank you for helping us as GE. And also welcome to some guests some are already familiar faces to me. So welcome again, Benny Chia, and also welcome Ramesh Halai from UK, and Hui Ying Lim from Malaysia, and also I see Apri from Malang, and some guests here. I can see Saputra. Hello, welcome, and yeah, some guests which I can see who's the guest.
Hello, right. Aji, thank you.
Hi. All right, so as most of us as Toastmasters, and maybe yours guest Ram video. Oh, I think that's the same with Ram, yeah? Is that you, Ram?
That's the same, yeah. Because my eyesight is rubbish, I just have a bigger screen.
Okay, all right. And I would like to welcome our guest too, Huang Nana. Hello, welcome to Magical Bali Toastmasters. Is it your first time?
Yes.
Hi, welcome. So you might be wondering, what is Toastmaster? Well, Toastmasters is a safe place to become a great communicator and leader. It's been for nearly 100 years, well, 96 years to be exact, and spread it in 145 countries with 16,200 more clubs and 364,000 members. Well, Toastmasters already proven platform for us to improve, to become a communication and leaders. So I hope that during this meeting you will see how our meeting run, and you'll get to know, okay, what's in it for you. And also I would like to welcome Gilbert. Hi, Gilbert. Hi. Are you a guest or?
Hello. Yes, I'm guest.
Hi. Is it your first time?
Yes, in Bali. Angelica invited me.
Oh, hi. Okay, hi. Welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you guys. So again, so I just to call or to start our meeting tonight, I would just like to call the someone who will be in charge in tonight's meeting, and that we call it Tom, Toastmasters of the meeting of the day. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ben Whittaker.
All right. Thank you, acting president and our fantastic timer of the evening, Toastmaster Aji. Good evening, distinguished Toastmasters, and most honorable guests from all over the globe. You're in for a treat because tonight is another magical Bali Toastmasters. And tonight we are celebrating teachers. Next Wednesday is November 25th. It is Indonesian Teachers Day. And remember, we've all had teachers. Some we hated, some we don't remember, but some and all of us have at least had one teacher in their life that has inspired you or pushed you more than you ever thought you could go. And they, we didn't have that kind of ability to have that confidence, but we all had a teacher that has pushed us to our limit. And I would like to take this moment to personally thank all the teachers that are here tonight. We do have a few. And also for everyone else, if you know a teacher, don't just wait till November 25th to say thank you for being a teacher, because God knows these kids drive us crazy when we are teaching. I know this for a fact because I call it karma, because I was one of those students that drove my teachers crazy. Still do, but now I take it out on the kids as well as a teacher myself. So we have a very amazing meeting today, and we do have a crazy, amazing team that I put together all over the globe. And I want to introduce our general evaluator tonight. I call her Miss Worldwide. Our GE is literally everywhere. She is omnipresent of Toastmasters. She's everywhere, literally. You log on to a meeting somewhere in the world, she'll be there. It's a fact. So let me introduce to you distinguished Toastmaster in our GE tonight, Alicia Curtis.
Thank you very much, Ben. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's meeting here at Magical Bali. This is my 4th meeting. I've just looked up and because I've kept a track of this wonderful club as I've visited all over the world. And this is my 4th time that I have come to Magical Bali Toastmasters. I actually visited the club back in 2015 when it was back in the day, it was struggling. Now I see the screen alight with beautiful, wonderful faces from all around the world. And it is such a pleasure to see how wonderful that this club has grown over the last 5 years since I visited in person, and it was such a pleasure to attend the club back then in 2015 when I visited District 87 Bali, Indonesia as the test speaker for District 87. Now we're going to move right along, and I remember meeting Miranda as an example when I actually came to the club and went around on a tour with Miranda and Natalie Chachahadi around Bali, Indonesia. So it brings back flooding memories of such an amazing country, an amazing group of diverse individuals who come together and meet every second Friday at Magical Bali Toastmasters Club. Now, I would like to introduce my wonderful team tonight. These are the technical or the functionary roles that will support me and provide feedback to the rest of the meeting. The first role is the Table Topics Evaluator, and Melita will be completing that role. Is Melita here? Or Lita?
Yeah, I'm here.
Thank you, Lita. If you could please introduce your role. I look forward to hearing more about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. So I'm going to be table topic evaluation tonight. I'm going to give you like tips or tricks how to answer on how you answer the table topics. And I suggest you, all of guests here, because I can see a lot of guests coming. So please type your name on the chat box if you would like to challenge yourself to be our table topic speakers. And don't forget to pin our timer because the time limit is only 1 to 2 minutes. All right, I'm going to give my report back at the end. Back to you, Alicia.
Thank you very much, Melita. Give her a huge round of applause, and I always like to light up the screen and remember waving our hands, as that is the universal way and recognition of clapping. Our second role tonight is the grammarian, and that person will be delivering the role of English language, and that role is being completed by Sonia. Is Sonia there? Sonia, if you could please unmute yourself. Thank you, Sonia.
Hello, everyone. So honored to be invited to this meeting tonight and joining you all from Bali. However, my background is from California. That's where I am originally from. So thank you for the invitation, Ben Whitaker. And tonight my role is to be your grammarian. And as your grammarian, my goal and intent is to ultimately give you some tips and suggestions on how to improve your overall articulation. So I will be listening for any misuse of word tenses, any I'll be checking your sentence structures, and overall I'll be checking for some interesting usage of language, any quotes that you'll be using, and I'll be taking notes on that. And towards the end of the meeting, I will come back again to give my report. Thank you very much. Back to the GE.
Thank you very much, Sonia, and give her a huge round of applause. So if we could just light up the screen with our lovely hands, that would be great, as it encourages an enthusiastic crowd as well. Our next role, and this is actually my favorite role on the agenda, is the R counter, the person who looks at the lexical and non-lexical filler words. And that role is going to be completed by Hapsari. Please welcome Hapsari to the virtual stage.
Thank you, Alicia. Hello, everyone. Hello, fellow Toastmaster and guests. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or a pause filler by anyone who speaks. So during the meeting, I'll listen to overused words, including and, well, but, so, and, you know. I will also listen for the filler sounds, such as and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrases, such as I. This means. So at the end of the meeting, I will report the number of time that each speaker used for these expressions. So best of luck for all the speakers. Back to you, Alicia.
Thank you very much, Hapsari, and I'm looking forward to see how many ums and ahs we accumulate over the course of the next couple of hours. Trust me, I had one meeting the other day where someone did 101 ums. It was amazing to watch their face as they saw the screen with 101 ums. It is amazing to watch. And we now come to the timer, and the timer's role is being completed by Arji. Arji, I look forward to hearing more about your role tonight.
Hello, Alicia. Thank you. So as a timer, I will keep track of time. Note that I will track everyone who speaks today, including the role takers. So if you notice that I've been doing this since in the beginning, and if you see my screen turn green, that means that you have already reached the minimum limit of time for you to speak. If you see the yellow, it means that get ready. And if you reach red for role takers, it means you have to finish your speaking. And for speakers, evaluators, and also tabletop speakers, you have 30 seconds to conclude your speech. So be mindful with your time, and back to you, G.
Thank you very much, Arji. That is a very important role because the timer is the person that keeps us on time. Good meeting starts on time and a good meeting finishes on time. And the final role is the ballot counter. Please welcome Yuliani. Yuliani, I look forward to hearing more about the ballot counter.
Thank you very much, Alicia. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. My tonight's role is a ballot counter. I will cast the ballots for the selection for the best speaker, the best evaluator, and also the best table topic master. And I will also announce for the winner later at the end of the meeting. So enjoy tonight's meeting and hope you can already hunt for who will be your favorite speaker later. Thank you so much. Back to you, Alicia.
Thank you very much for that, Yuliani. Now, I have just noticed on the agenda that we are missing one of the evaluators. I have sent the Toastmaster of the Day a message suggesting a person. Yes, Ben?
She is on her way. She'll be about 10 minutes late.
Okay, not a problem. That is good. So I'll just briefly explain my role. My role is to provide feedback to the club as a whole and also feedback to all the role takers, the Toastmaster, the table topics master, the speech evaluators, and also the functionary roles. This is going to be a very long meeting, so I will be sitting back, I'll be watching quietly, and then I'll be providing my feedback at the end of the meeting. I'll now hand over to our Toastmaster of the day. Please welcome Ben.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster and our wonderful GE of the evening. Now, on to our first portion of the meeting, our prepared speeches. Let me introduce to you our first evaluator for our first speaker. You could say she's kind of extroverted, but also introverted. She loves traveling, but she can't. She's stuck in Malaysia. But she's here virtually with us, all the way from Azam. Is that the right one? Malaysia, Toastmaster Vuni.
Thank you, Ben. I just realized recently there's a new word for extroverted introvert. It's called ambivert. Ladies and gentlemen, our very first speaker for tonight would like me to introduce him in such a way. Ben is someone going in the directions. What direction is that? No one knows. I mean, no one actually knows how he even got here or what he really is doing here. Perhaps he could enlighten us with his Level 1, Project 1, Motivational Strategies Pathway, Icebreaker speech tonight. The purpose of his speech is to introduce himself and learn the basic structure of the speech. Then you have 4 to 6 minutes. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, please help me to welcome Benjamin Whittaker. New beginning. New beginning, Benjamin Whittaker.
All right. For those of you that did not hear, my name is Benjamin Whittaker. And I want to tell you, I've been inspired. I've been inspired by all of you. Yes, all of you. Over the last 2 years, I have done more than I ever thought I could do. You've all assisted with that in some small or big way. And many of you have motivated me to stop dreaming and to wake up and start doing. Now, let me ask you, when you were little, did someone ever ask you what you wanted to be when you got older? Anybody? Did someone ever ask you this question?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
our teacher.
What did you say?
A president.
Doctor.
A doctor.
All right. Now, let me ask you, what did any of you guys actually become those things that you wanted to be when you were a little kid?
Nope.
Kind of, because there is the same information technology and engineer.
Well, that's very fortunate, Denny, because most of us, we grow up wanting to be something amazing. But what did you feel when you realize you're an adult and you haven't become what you wanted to be when you grew up? How did you feel? Sad? Don't really know. Life in a way throws us curveballs. It puts us in areas wherever it wants. When I was young, I wanted to be an astronaut and an athlete, but those things didn't happen. Why? To tell you the truth, I really didn't work at them. I put zero effort into being an astronaut. None, zilch, nada, habis, kosong. None. And you think, you're supposed to, if you want to become an astronaut, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, STEM field is something you have to become an expert at. Not me. So throw astronaut out of the way. I did play a lot of sports growing up though. So athlete, that's where I put all my chips. But looking back, I spent more time playing sports video games than actually going outside and practicing the real sport. I can remember my mom telling me, Ben, it's such a nice day. Why don't you go outside with your friends? And I would call my friends. Hey guys, you guys want to play some sports? Yeah, absolutely. Come on over. I would get on my bike and go to their house and play sports video games over there. But I did have to get outside and go ride my bike. And my mom was right. It was a really nice day. But it's no surprise I didn't become those things. In America, we're told that we need to go to college in order to have a great job, a big house, and make lots of money. So I went to college, got my bachelor's degree, and then I got my master's degree. And when I left school, I anxiously waited for that great job, the big house, and lots of money to fall into my hands. It didn't happen. I realized I was going through the motions of what society was telling me. I wasn't inspired. I wasn't motivated. I realized something has to change. And over the last 2+ years of my life, it's like all of a sudden a light bulb turned on. Now, there's supposed to be a light that turns on. I opened my ears and I heard people speak. I sat down. I listened. I started to listen about people overcoming everything just to learn English, get out of poverty, get off of drugs, how to handle a divorce, a loss of a job, a loss of a loved one. You all have motivated me. You all have pushed me to be better. Your stories, emotions, life experiences have moved me not just to want more, but to find a way to go outside and get more. And I'm here to tell you all today, thank you. I may not have known what I wanted to be when I wanted to grow up. Hell, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. In 20 years, I might go out and get my PhD. I don't know. But I've realized that it's okay. It's okay not to have all the answers or the master plan when you're young, or even when you're not so young. The one thing I do know now is that I am on the right road. I might not know where that road is going or where it's taking me, but I'll tell you this, I'm a little excited, nervous, and a bit scared, all at the same time. And again, I know now that it's okay. And for me, Toastmasters has given me this path. And I hope Toastmasters puts you on the path that you want. So open up your ears and listen to the world around you. Go find out what motivates you. Go find out what inspires you so you can continue being the best you that you want and deserve. Thank you. Back to you, Tom. Oh, wow. Who's that guy? I don't know. Wow, what an interesting speech. I don't know what to say about that, but I'll do this instead. Make a better segue and transition. All right, so our second evaluator, she's also a teacher, so we can thank her. I especially thank her because she's coming out and she's evaluating. She enjoys food, which I like and enjoy food as well. I think most of us like enjoy food, especially during this pandemic. Probably eating a lot more than we normally do. She also likes cats, which I'm allergic to them, so I don't like them. But let's welcome our next evaluator, Toastmaster Yvonne from Dynamic Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, Ben. Toastmasters of the evening. Our second speaker tonight is Emilia Dewi. Emilia is a pharmacist and she enjoys reading, traveling, which she can't do now, and listening to music. Emilia will be attending her high performance leadership project, and this will be her first speech. The purpose of this project is for Emilia to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. For her first speech tonight, She will introduce her plan and also her vision. So let us now welcome Emilia with her speech, Get Ready for Club Contest. Get ready for club contest. Emilia.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guests. How are you today? Now we are almost at the end of the year. Have you already done of all your resolution of this year? Or maybe you will continue it again in the next year. So one of my resolution this year is to finish my pathway in Toastmaster. And as we know, club contest is an annual tradition in Magical Bali Toastmaster. And the last project is the high performance leadership, which is very hard project. And I would like to become the contest chair as my HPL project. So the contest for MBTC, the club contest, will be held on January 31st, 2021. And they will have 3 categories of international speech, table topic, and also evaluation contest. And if this situation still continue like this, the contest will be held online. But we still also don't know, but at this point, we know that it will be online. So what have I do to make this project happen? First, I have earlier step I have done because I have attending the district workshop, which is called the Art and Science of Art Online Judging Workshop. And that's where I got a little glimpse. I've got a little enlightenment about online contest. And after that, Aji also offered me to role to become the contest chair. And because of this HPL project, I decided to accept it. And I also had done researching, and I found that 2 most important things in contest. The first is the role taker.
You're muted, Amelia.
Sorry. The first is, I forgot now. The first is the role taker, and the second is the participant. So the role taker will be consist of chief judge, which is 1 person to be a chief judge, 5 person to be a voting judge, 1 tie-breaking judge, and also 2 ball counter and 2 timers. So if I count it total, I will need 11 person to be helping me to become the contest chair. And as I know, from MBTC, we have 20 members. So, but I don't know how many will compete to become the contestant of the contest. But if less than 11 members available, I will recruit from other clubs in Bali, such as from Bali Toastmaster Club and also Ubud Canggu Toastmaster Club. And several people already agree to help. And I plan to search for all of the role takers starting next month on December. And on early January, we could open registration for members to participate the contest. And after that, maybe in the middle of January, we will do the briefing for both role taker and also the participant, but different. So because we do contest online, we need to rehearse and prepare everything to avoid it any protest because of any technical problem. And the recording will always on, so we could assess first if someone might be giving any protesting of the decision. And when the contest held, I will plan to make a Zoom room like this, but I will make 1 breakout room. The breakout room is the room that will provide the contest. So I will make 3 sequences. First is the evaluation contest, second is the table topic, and the last is the international speeches. So when all the role takers and contestants are coming, this is on the day of the contest. So everyone will stay in the main room and the evaluation contest will begin. So the first speaker is the one who will get evaluated. So they will do it in the main room, and after that, all the role taker and audience will enter the breakout room and followed by the evaluation contestant, which is enter sequentially by the number that they get. After all the evaluation section is finished, we will continue by the table topic, and the contestant that also participate in evaluation could get out to the breakout room, get out from the breakout room, and the table topic contestant will be enter the room, the breakout room, sequentially by the number that they get. So after the participant finishing the table topic, we will continue again doing the international speeches. And at the end, after all the contest is finished, the judges will giving the score and the ballot counter will count the votes and the winner will be announced at the end. So that is generally my plan. And my last hope is if you are or soon to be wants to be a contestant and have any suggestion, you could always message me. And if you doesn't want to enter the contest and wants to have the experience helping the contest, I will be very, very happy to get your messages. Thank you so much. Back to Tom, Ben.
All right. Thank you, Amelia. Fantastic. If you have not ever experienced a Toastmasters competition, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into preparing it. And then also the speeches usually have a lot of blood, sweat, and tears because it's the battle to the death. Not really, but it's a fun time. And again, if you want to help our club out, Amelia will be the one to do that. So thank you, Amelia, for taking on that task. Our next evaluator, all the way from Dynamic Toastmasters. Some people say that she's a savior, and some people think she's their biggest nightmare. She's a dentist. So for me, she would be my biggest nightmare. But she's nice enough to come and be an evaluator today, so she can't be that bad. Let me introduce to you Toastmaster Belinda Lee.
Thank you, Ben. So I will be evaluating Speaker Ayu Virawati tonight. And Speaker Ayu is a teacher of various ages from preschool to secondary school. And she loves spending time with her children and keeps learning from any personal development platform. Tonight, she will be delivering her speech titled Your Reaction Matters. And the purpose of this speech, which forms the first speech of a high performance leadership, is for her to apply her leadership and planning knowledge to develop a project plan, organize a guidance committee, and implement the plan with the help of a team. Since this is the first speech of her high performance leadership, she needs to introduce her plan and her vision. Good luck to you. 5 to 7 minutes. Speaker Ayu Virawati.
How do you feel becoming part of this history? Becoming part of a community who has to switch the routine? Yes, this pandemic, it has changed many parts of our lives. No exception, some harder than others. I'm a teacher of a very brand new school in Bali, and it is our 3rd year. And as a new school, we're trying our best to survive and keep improving our quality. It is very tough, especially in this challenging situation. It's been 8 months. Teaching and learning process has switched into online learning. We did so much adjustment. And today, I would like to share 2 programs that we've been doing in order to survive and keep improving our quality. And today I will only focusing on sharing my 2 programs and also the goals and expectations. And next, in my second speech, I will share how this program run and what kind of things that I learned from these 2 programs. From the beginning of this school year, the school has trusted me to prepare program to help our school survive and keep improving. And as a leading team, I started to form a team that can help me to prepare what kind of programs that we can do. So in our first and second meeting, we start to do some analysis. We analyze what are our strengths and weaknesses of our schools. And at the same time, trying to find out our expectation and the goals of the programs later on. And from the result of analysis, we found out that our biggest strength is on the teachers. We found out that the teachers are eager to learn and love to share. And at the same time, they also have additional skills and potential besides teaching their subject. Some of them are really good in singing, music, photography, creative writing, and many more. And from these 2 meetings, we also find out that we're planned to focus on 3 things: motivation, potential, and independent learning. Our school usually have a lot of programs for the teachers to develop themselves. We invited the teachers to attend a lot of personal development outside school. However, when they come back to school, they don't have a chance to share their knowledge to other teachers. Therefore, we plan to prepare a program for the teachers to share to the other teachers. We call the program as Teachers Sharing Session. In this teacher sharing session, the teachers have a chance to share their knowledge, their skills and experiences, or even the best practice that they have in the classroom to the other teachers. Especially in this online learning, they must have a lot of strategies and platforms that they use in the classroom. We really hope by having this program, the teachers will not feel alone. The teacher feels supported in this challenging situation. And we really hope as well they get inspired and even want to apply the best practice or the things that they get from the sharing. Therefore, when they all apply those interesting things, we really hope that the teaching and learning process will be so much fun, meaningful, and also contextual. And that will boost the students' motivation to learn and even participate more in the classroom. And our second program is focusing on the potential and independent learning. As we see the strength is on the teachers, that they have the additional potential, we want to use that potential and introduce it to our students. And we have the recess activities. These recess activities, we have it 4 times in a year. So we have it every end of the term. These recess activities usually last from 1 until 2 weeks. We plan to introduce the variation of activities that the teachers master. So we'll provide music, cooking class, and many other more. And we plan to invite the students to pick any activities that they want. They can join as many as they want. And at the end of the program, we really expect the students will come with product, with some outcome. It can be in form of videos or anything. And in the future, we plan to invite parents to collaborate with us and share any things that they have, or even other people, to share to our school, to our students and teachers. With this, we also plan to socialize the programs to parents and other people through our school social media. So they will know that we survive and keep improving. Well, fellow Toastmaster and guests, at the end, I found out that it's not actually the situation. It's actually our reaction to the situations matter. How is your reaction to this challenging situation? Are you just remain quiet or do nothing? Or are you using this challenging situation to grow? So back again, feel blessed that we're becoming part of this history. That we're becoming the community who has to switch the routine. Because by switching routine, we'll learn so much things, so much new things. And feel blessed that we still survive and even dare to learn and grow. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I will see you in my next coming speech. Thank you very much.
Amazing speech, Ayu. And for those of you, I've been able to know Ayu, Toastmaster Ayu, for more than 2 years. And she always comes with a passion. Again, when you're a teacher by profession and a mom, your job never stops. As you can see, right? Always having someone by your side to help you out. And again, being part of the solution and trying to create inspiration from a young age. Teachers are great, and we need more teachers like you, Ayu. Before I introduce our fourth evaluator for our fourth speaker, I'd like to make a quick correction because guess what? As teachers, we're not always perfect. Our third evaluator, Toastmaster Belinda Lee, is not from Dynamic Toastmasters, but Lin Key Advanced Toastmasters Club in Singapore. So thank you very much for coming all the way from Singapore and helping us out. Now, to introduce our fourth speaker, our fourth evaluator has been a member for 9 years, all the way from Palu Nusantara Toastmasters Club and Medan Advanced Toastmasters Club. He likes traveling, but again, like most of us, can't do much of that right now. Do not talk to him in the morning before he hasn't had his coffee. He likes reading and cooking and taking photographs. Let me introduce to you Toastmaster Saputra.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster. Fellow Toastmaster and welcome guests. The next speaker will speak from the Icebreaker Project. The Icebreaker Project in Toastmaster is a project where a club member reveals him or herself to the club as herself or himself, and introductions, and also to learn the basic public speaking structure. But those are misnomers for our next speaker, because most of you may have known her for 12 years in Toastmasters, and she has done 7 icebreakers. This evening, she will deliver her 8th one from her 4th pathway, which is engaging humor. Professionally, to many people, I believe she's a teacher for people that she has coached, trained, and guided. For me, I can call her as well as a perpetual learner, a student of life, and someone who is striving for excellence in doing that. She is committed to and is willing to work hard for it. Fellow Toastmaster and welcome guests. Wouldn't you know it already? Our next speaker, none other than Division G Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Miranda Rumi, No Ordinary Moments. No Ordinary Moments, Distinguished Toastmaster Miranda Rumi.
It was dusk 3 months ago as I headed home from a swim on my motorbike with my 3 beagles. The sky in the west was blazing with crimson, purple, and dark gray hues. I watched the beautiful singer Ruth all, and suddenly a strong longing gripped me. I wanted to live with that view every day. Just as I was having that thought, I saw my friend Lani, who lived in that area, strolling down the road towards me. And after a short pleasantry, I said, Lan, if you know a house for rent in this area, please let me know. Sure, I know several, she said. In only 2 days, I already got a perfect deal. My offer was accepted, no negotiation. The owner and I were both happy. I got a west-facing house. That means watching sunset, with floor-to-ceiling glass windows on 3 sides, as you can see in my background. surrounded by rice fields, fringed by a wooded area, and lots of open space. Within a couple of weeks, I moved in and started a new life, living a life I didn't know I needed or wanted. When I was 3, my family moved from Singaraja to Denpasar to start life all over again from scratch. All they could afford at that time was a modest house in the outskirts of Denpasar. The front, the back, and the right side of the house were rice fields as far as the eyes could see. It was literally the last house on the street, surrounded by rice fields and open sky. The road to town was dirt road, not even asphalt. And during the rainy seasons, if we took the horse-drawn cart or dokar to town, so now you know how old I am, probably, it would be like being on a boat, swaying and up and down with every potholes. My parents and everyone in my household were very busy. No one had time for me. So I was allowed to roam and play outside in the rice fields all day, sometimes alone, sometimes with my neighbors, as long as I came home to eat, to shower, and to take a nap. We were poor. We ate sparingly, simple food. We didn't have electricity, but none of that mattered because I was happy. I was able to roam and play all day, just like any kids. And it was the happiest time in my life growing up. We stayed there in that house for 5 years before moving to the city proper in Denpasar. And this new house was dark inside and crowded, adjacent to the neighbors' houses. And I couldn't even open my bedroom windows because they opened directly onto the street. Not overlooking the street, but onto the street. My parents fought a lot. They were unhappy, and that made me unhappy. I couldn't escape this unhappiness by going to the open house open space like I used to. I was no longer able to enjoy every moment. The moments became dull. And I suppose that is why for years, I've always longed for an open space, for lots of lights and lots of air, to experience again that happiness that I had as a child, where no moment was ever ordinary. But despite of my longing, I didn't take action for years. I didn't really look for my dream house, even avoiding looking at real estate ads. It's almost as if I was afraid to be disappointed of seeing something I like than to not be able to afford it at that moment. So I didn't even wish for it. But this time I did. I also acted on my wish. So I got a house that gives me the same kind of joy, freedom, and wonder that I experienced during the happiest time of my life. Now, with hardly any sound of traffic, surrounded by the vibrant nature, and seeing more animals than people, my life slowed down tremendously. I could just be in the moment. Nowadays, I start and end my day in the garden, sprawled on a large beanbag, looking at the sky and my surroundings, watching finches, small herons, kingfishers, flying and chirping above me, seeing leaves, trees, and flowers swaying with the breeze, every creature, every part, nature, active and productive. I recaptured that wonder and fascination again, just like when I was little, wondering how the birds could fly in formation, how there are no two flowers, leaves, and blades of grass exactly the same, how all plants, leaves, branches, and flowers open up toward the sky in a supplicant position, as if praying in worship and gratitude. And I realize now, in the way my 5-year-old self knew but couldn't express in words, that there are no ordinary moments. Each moment when we're fully in it is never dull or boring. Each moment is rich, active, and productive, full of wonder, lessons, and knowledge to be understood. And I too now pray in worship and gratitude, for there are no ordinary moments. Back to you, Tom.
So much imagery. That was very peaceful. I wish I was the evaluator for this. I would not really have much to say to improve it. Just I want to compliment it for about 3 minutes. That was amazing, Miranda. Great job. Thank you for sharing. Can I get the timer's report? Toastmaster Aji.
Hi. Yes. So basically, everybody's eligible, and I will post the time report on the chat.
Super.
Thank you.
Look at the chat box. If you don't have the chat box up, click the button at the bottom where it says chat. You can see it. That's awesome. All right. Fantastic. And guess what? One of my favorite things is what our GE talked about earlier, is that we are on time by a lot. And I like being on time by a lot. Wow. It's great. I could talk for like 10 minutes if I wanted to. But nope, I'm going to let you guys talk, because this next time is one of the best parts for you guys. Get the chance to talk to each other and talk to us. So the next person is kind of like a teacher to me, and he's kind of special. Not that the fact that he's my dad, Herman Whitaker will be our table topic evaluator. The fact that it's special for him to do this today. And again, it's not the fact that it's 3 a.m. in California and he's up. Not the fact. The fact is he cannot win this week. He will not be winning table topics this week. So do not vote for him, but let's all welcome him with open arms from Century City Toastmasters in Los Angeles, California, Toastmaster Herman Whitaker.
Good morning, Magic of Bali Toastmasters and guests. I am extremely excited to be a part of this. One of the things that was exciting to me is that Ben mentioned that next week is the Teachers Appreciation Day on November 25th. So all of the table topics are going to be around the world of education. I actually spent 30 years in higher education in senior executive positions as a college president, a regional vice president, and national director of high school admissions and recruiting. So educators and teachers are especially precious to me. So I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on the world of education and how it may have affected you. So I haven't seen anyone's names pop up just yet. So please, if you are interested in doing a table topic, start dropping your name into chat so I can start getting some folks lined up for this. And there we go. I start to see them as they pop up. And I'm really excited about this. I have 4. Go ahead and add a couple more if you would like, but I'm going to share my screen and join this party. Okay, here we go.
Denny, can you
share?
Yeah,
you can share.
Can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Beautiful. So every year, Teachers of Indonesia celebrate National Teachers Day. It was established in 1994. His presidential decree made it a governmental act, regulation of 2005. So our first table topic is for Elios. And Elios, this is the first question. If you are planning for a year, sow rice. If you're planning for a decade, plant trees. If you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. The first table topic for Elios.
Thank you, Herman. Let me pin the timer. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmaster and distinguished guests of Magical Bali Toastmaster Club. Welcome to Bali. Yes, you visit Bali virtually. And thank you, Herman, for the question. I really love the question. And it is really enlightened me, because if you want to cultivate people, you should educate people. And yes, if you want the best product, this is the best place. Toastmaster is the best place to lead, to communicate, to connect and network to everything that you want. It is completely a whole package here. And I can make sure that you will get enlightenment by joining every single meetings of Toastmaster. Because me, myself, have got this enlightenment. When I visit Toastmaster Club, I feel like I have a superpower. Yes, you heard it right. I can visit any country, I can visit any clubs everywhere in, yes, one click ahead. Just by a click, I can visit another country. Just by one link, I can visit another club. Can you imagine if this happened offline? Wow, it is merrier for us. And I can see in your eyes, I can see on your movement, every single thing that, yes, you should educate people. If you are looking the best place to educate, to get the education, sign up now, Magical Bali. Click the button from the link. Maybe someone can help me to pop up in the chat box so you can sign up now in Magical Bali. Sometimes later become never. So join now without hesitation. Back to you, Table Topic Master. I love educate people.
Fantastic. The second question is going to, oh, come on. The second question will go to Eric. Experience is a hard teacher because it gives the test first and the lesson afterwards. Experience is a hard teacher because it gives the test first and the lesson afterwards. Eric, to you.
In The King and I, there's a song that is all about, for me, what teaching is about. It starts like this. There's an ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher by your pupils, you'll be taught. As the teacher of 25 years, I discovered, for me, that at any point in time, I can switch from being the teacher to being the learner. It doesn't matter whether my student is 8 or 80. I think I have this knowledge that I want to impart. And I'm planning a lesson, I'm delivering what I think is the most amazing content. And suddenly I get a question, and I realize that suddenly I'm the student, and I'm learning from my 8-year-old a life lesson. We as teachers think we have the answers, but quite often, the best teachers have the questions. And we let the students come up with the answers. Or we take their questions and encourage them and inspire them to find their own answers. Sure, we need to be there. We need to be there to guide them and coach them, to lead them if they go astray, if their thinking gets off course. We can't prepare them for the test. If we teach to the test, they just end up rote learning and memorizing. We need to teach them to think. We need to teach them to express themselves. And we need to create a space where they can become their true self, where they can express themselves. That is what creates an environment where we can all learn, teachers and students alike, together. Thank you.
Fantastic. That is an excellent example of teaching, not teaching to a test. The third table topic question goes to Angelica. Live as if you were to die tomorrow Learn as if you were to live forever. Mahatma Gandhi. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Mahatma Gandhi.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's say if right now there is a bomb that is going to explode in 1 minute, what are you going to do? Are you going to run? Or are you going to find your love, to find the people that you love and tell them that you love them, and to tell them that even to let them know that even at the last moment, you still love them. So whenever we are running out of time, sometimes when we are running out of time, sometimes it's a time when we will do our best. But sometimes I do, like when I have a project that has a long deadline, sometimes I will procrastinate because I know that there's still a lot of time. But sometimes when I don't have much time left, my brain started to work super quickly and I could get all the ideas coming up out of the sudden. But I believe it is not because, it happens not because of my brain who is working suddenly quickly, but it's because I am trying my best. I'm putting my best in that last moment. So I do agree with what Mahatma Gandhi said, that we have to live like there is no tomorrow, so that we can put our best in every moment. And by doing the best, we can achieve the very best as well. And I do agree that learning is a lifelong process, that we have to learn all the time, because there is always so many things that we can learn. And I think learning is something that is never ending, that there is always so much knowledge that we can always learn and learn. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Angelica. Mahatma Gandhi had infinite wisdom in simple statements. And I think that as we all look at the things that we're going through, taking every moment, every simple moment, and enjoying it as if it was our last will help us truly appreciate even the moments that we share here in Magical Bali Toastmasters. The next question is,
is it for me, Benny?
I will get it here. There you go. The next one is for Benny.
Okay.
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. And Benny, that's for you.
All right, thank you. There are so many words in that topic. But ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you to just focus on one simple word, the word use. Use is a very important word, because whether it's to change the world, whether you're using education, all this doesn't matter if you don't use it. And why do I want to focus on the word use? Because when you use, just think of three things you need to do. First, when you use something, it's got to be unique. When you're doing something unique, like for example, I'm using a brush here. Brush can paint our lives. And this is something that's unique because I'm using it. S, it's got something that is sincere in you to want to change or want to use it. Sincerity is the one weapon that can bring even education to change the world. Because when you are unique, when you are sincere, it only leads to one part of yourself that can change anything in front of you. And that letter E is the emotion that comes from your heart. So ladies and gentlemen, don't focus on all the long words said in that topic. Just think of the word use, the ability to be unique, the ability to be sincere, and with those two traits to bring your heart to change whatever's in front of you. And once your heart is in the picture, whether it's education, whether it's anything that's in front of you, those traits can really be the key to paint the world in front of you. So ladies and gentlemen, can I ask you, whatever you are given to you, don't use the head to have the logic. Bring it down to the heart. When the heart is ready, I can assure you, I and you will change the world. Back to you.
You are in mute, Herman. You are in mute.
Mute. Muted.
Muting, you are in the mute.
There we go. Let's try that.
One more.
Tom, do we have time for a couple more?
One more.
We have time for one more as Ben is pointing at me. So I am going to pull this up. And this one is for Ram. And let's just see if I can get to it. When one teaches to learn. When one teaches to learn.
Thank you, Table Topics Master. That's a fantastic question. A challenging question, but fantastic. When one teaches to learn. So I would say to you, it's like a prodigy and a mentor. Yeah, think of it in this way. When you're teaching somebody, yeah, you understand their challenges. You understand, or at least you think you understand their challenges. And then as your mentorship develops and your mentee develops, they'll start challenging you. Yeah, but how about this situation? What would I do in this situation? You're thinking, oh my days, I've never come across that particular circumstance before in my entire life. So now they are challenging you in the same way that you are challenging them. So I believe in a mentor-mentee relationship, both parties learn valuable lessons. The mentee learns from your experience, and then you also learn from the mentee in that they are now challenging you because they are bringing to you experiences that you have never faced yourself. All you can do is guide them based on your learnings. So I believe when you're teaching somebody else, it's not a one-way path. It's not a one-way street. Don't even pretend for a second that it is. If you believe that, then you're just arrogant. Keep an open mind, and both people will benefit from this relationship. Both people will grow on the back of this relationship. I encourage everyone to have a mentee, to stretch themselves and to stretch others. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ryan. The world of education is one of true magic because it creates imagination. It creates hope, inspiration, and it gives people a life's purpose. I hope that these questions gave you something to think about. And from Los Angeles to all of the teachers here in Magical Bali Toastmasters, thank you for the things that you do. You truly do change the world one dream at a time. So I appreciate your hard work, your focus, and during this pandemic in the world of virtual education, I truly, as a parent, understand how difficult it is for you to keep the attention of those inspired minds. So I thank you for your efforts. I hope you have a blessed day. Back to you, Tom.
All right. Thank you, Table Topic Master. One thing is that I wish we could give everybody a chance to speak, but here's the cool thing that we do here in Bali. Table Topic Tuesdays. If you want to talk to our table topic evaluator later in the meeting, she will tell you how you can get as much practice as you need. So thank you all the speakers. Thank you, Table Topic Master. And timer, what is our timer report?
Yes, everybody is eligible to be voted on, and the details is in the chat.
Awesome. Guess what? We're still exactly on time, exactly to the stinking second. So we're gonna have a 6-minute break because we're on time, the whole thing. But before you go, we need everybody to turn on your cameras so we can take a group photo, okay? That's an order. Turn on your cameras. If you don't, you're getting detention. Cameras or detention. Please. Camera. All right, Danny.
Please turn on your camera. We will take 2 pictures. The first one is normal pose, and the second one is teacher pose. So how you being teacher pose? I will take the first one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this for the page 1. Wait, don't move. And 1, 2, 3. That's for the second page. Okay, now we will go to the second pose. The second pose is for how you being teacher pose. Okay, I will take picture now. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I will go to the second page. Please hold still. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Back to you, Tom.
No, Denny, it's you. Tell us how long our break is.
Our break is 5 minutes now. 5 minutes, just like 5 minutes.
8:15, we're coming back. 8:15 on the dot. Again, if you don't come back at 8:15, detention.
Okay.